Well. Well. Greetings to you wherever you are in this world. Happy New Year. Really pleased to be in the new year and to be back with you again. We have a lot to talk about today, so please stay tuned, follow, share. Those on the radio, you can go to our Facebook and also on our YouTube and subscribe and follow us. We are live on both Facebook and YouTube. Really good to be here. Invite friends to join us today. Well, omaini ntini yawaha yama obi biara afihia pa. Afise se ne nyina yeda so etinkwam. Yeda nyame ase se odien ra afufufrom. Yempa ya ne safi be yenkunimdie enmunyam ama obi biara. Ayaresa ne fa hodie ne nhyira bebre. Na mesre ama obi biara ene day. Bebre na akoso ewo man Ghana mu. We so nedayin. We don't know what tomorrow holds. But you didn't say young Pontiasia or where your chinemu dear. You need us swore a winning. Well, my mammy, your bema sly a quab, na yamanaf shepa, near the Mediano Ashishaso. Hello, Sly.
Escafisha
I feel committee and fears so. I've just said, na Yamana young couldn't be any munyam. Na assume Ray or BBR Chafa.
Amen.
But him said 31st night, no, Ghana memu, sorry, who do watch night on coy and come she be na by, but we are quite Biana.
As come some started crying before 31st, no, just mu 2024 election do very need Namia Duma one of Betman Safro more and Seado or more a Jambi or maybe here or more.
Yes, 2024 home comes is a.
Oh, last week you cried last week I think last week Friday and cried Angel FM and yeah papa very coffee question said 2024 no your back and a president of Ghana.
Interesting.
And you also mentioned on the 11th of January. I will Angel FM after say yes when you need to be area or by the 2021 no mpensempensem nyina aba mama details of it but ayoba and a bear present papa Kufuado papa Mahama I'm so my last chance in 2024 no I just said you compare business be here na 2018 no more because I'm conscious about here
Ayoba
a baby
very interested.
Yeah.
What my mouth for both for say me man I'm call 2028.
Sana was in conscious now a idea na ba na sana kan.
Wow.
And that's some more kind of me repeating just say be a maybe a shame or 2021 24 no ayoba na you know so baby obejira be man on bejira ni nyina obeye.
And then I was on me bobo me huna me ko.
And I can tell besides Scattersmart besides a friend is an every MPP. Or say on the 11th in Chimunaba by Chichimun said
11th of when this January Anna.
Oh yeah, Monday 11th for January so in a Monday one.
And then Chichimuni Baba.
Live and a live coverage.
Well, we can wait to hear.
NJFM to make trying to part.
All right. You better get a baby.
My sister Ghana say on your one no.
All right, yeah, better associate you. No, Ghana, baby, say a white day, a sitting more than Brunya, you corona, you whom the way be see aquafa. But you better call Aquahe, say Ghana, no to meet the Brunya, and I send an yama course so about to each. Me prepare video na yedia a to say na yina yahwe
Pacha yapa afu ebronya de aya medemom e na na wini ye ne radio ni nyina ko pepepe ti media ye ne age santo to aya wuram bibia akọ kama amin bibia to na kwam kama e de man ni say adwuma wo ya mo na ni nko ho na wanye no wonye to bia mpa adwuma papa bi no wonye e ka cha tie fo no banya adwuma aye
we did okoto rasta Christmas in the month for a deeper Christmas in the idea. Please, I to a band there or it's a video crew. And how do we need a video crew? There are some markets in there. They were blowing a normal head a move to be a son in the day. The market in the court. Yes, sir, you pray there to say about to bring about your camera to be as a buy a normal, you're turning more home. Oh, let's say the time I'm to a very young year, one might say demonstration on bed, the Baba quarter, and I'm what I say, and then I must have my mom for two, but I say, oh, my head be every end of it. Ama, be a who gonna add the apple from the blue idea and Sakra short to him, be a 2021 years in there. The president of our veterans, what I say. Anado, Robert Townsend, who did no ma, obey Buama, or my night, a tumpona, as you who did, a black bonnet said, as you who did, as you ever found. We have put up the mamma for a mutidia. Viala, or headed, what you the Juma Wayan, Oman and important chance, serve your body by a petty chino. Aha, Oman and Dimpona Juma Wayan, none of Bob Wanamada to wait to see baby pa. I say, I'm not sure they must be shares my son. Now, maybe be a kusru. My said, oh, and the brother with the Osha, and you might be brush or two cruma, never want a thing. I'm for credit and your mantle. Yeah, brother with you. I'm not doing it, and it's happy to stop a person over there. I'm only joke. Oh, it's very different. Oh, I feel there could be Africa. Oh, so let's try there. And I go for the watch at us. So let's say my papa baby. Okay. Be our shepherd them and which one can say about 20 and talk. A cabman can be a moon. And I say, what drink. And it's a do a blast to do bad in a power. And yet talk one he. By CS Rabbi, sir, almost about Bemono, came before the slum was up a pam he in there.
omutwam kra ta pampa no pam ni pa ogirigiri no omutwam na satere de ha na eto aba man pipi da pampa me de ha de sra omo omutwa pampa me se yitum ni ka ya bo ogirigiri no akɔhwe asra wo na akɔche gutam na na maburu de sra omo omnya ho bibi mfa ho man.
All right. Kakra yebobo no efi kuma simpatemu bronya no sini esiko ho na yede abramu yeda yenuen momo video ya no ase minim se other areas and so mudi ni ye isanse nyame ama afe abetuye no matter who the leader will be starting next week on the 7th inauguration ebekoso ewo Ghana yebebo ni nyina no na yede abramu. But before then, last week, Yanyantia said during their show, said the 30th, NDC for Bayom court filings against EC declaration of 2020 election results. Ampa umtuanamon ekoyom filings. You be video kakra on that. Na yede abramo na ya twaso from there.
What they have in the application that they have filed at the apex court of the land. But according to the flag bearer, when it comes out to make the announcement, he will outline or mention some of the reliefs that they are seeking the court to address for them in the application that they have filed at the apex court. So they will not give any further communication. The only thing that they can tell the media is they have filed an application at the courts for now. So after the flag bearer had spoken there, they will come out to engage the media. For now, they will not.
Well, so that was the Apex Court in Ghana on the 30th. Whilst NDC lawyers call out to file against ECU on the declaration of December 2020 election result. We don't know how long this is going to be, or how long the court proceedings will be, or how the outcome will be, but we'll follow through and bring you all the details. Sly. Yes, what we were hoping for now has been done. That everybody was advising the NDC to take their case to the court, and they have done that. So what would be your thought on this?
As come for now, like I said, last week or a couple of weeks, I mean, we can say more attack here for, condemning, let me use that word, condemning the demonstration. The act of attacking people, the act of destroying things, the act of burning markets and STC buses and all kind of stuff. Me free say a idea na ye come answer, and I believe that was the right thing and necessary. Na me free said kasa di we anyani yempo se ne kamumpo no obi babonte pen bi babonte kase meti chafo munyina munye di ye be fare complain I mean they are court na ye defend ya I mean I'm free said the trend of say a normal essay to kwame sa no man ke birusa now me free said that I know the right thing according to the constitution enti send a man can sign as a way because electoral commission yababonte na o declare abayedin Sebita Frache, Santa Casa, a sebed will be betting to shuttle from Northern Kachama Bessa.
Yep.
Into Sawo Penipa, which is a yes, I didn't want a reverse Yadeno, a Supreme Court, the highest court in the nation. Me free sir, that is the right thing. To remember, say we it's till for a mutie. One sabe Udo who posted demonstration, Abia prayer. Ebi a bibi yira ye obi bi say ye obi bi hwere wo bobu sa ho say so into me feel say no kwan so no na yade a said the Supreme Court akasa after 42 days omo de said no musi hu no no I mean they will come out with the verdict you know wa ha and then the way proceedings in the corner and yes say nipa mini so bi ko shedam na ya kan kasa bi a life, Maybe I will be out to be shared, to be TB. Now, they will try and throw the all kind of correct. Now, for yeah, judges, and chrono, or but to a banner, baby, bono. What about bono now? Why? We didn't couldn't walk a trap on Yanuso. What we doing to no Saba, no best started for 2028. Now, after 2028, what's our contest to be?
2020, what happened to 2024?
Oh, Scott.
Because we had a 24 before 28, so you can say 24, 28. Is it because yes, your band we need 2024 in Indiana?
Me after say me kasa no. After say me the details on the 11th Now me how the environment because they say there will be sunset tokens, and normally be in who dia eventually say your band Enti on December who said any day. Said they be did you was wrong. Papa answer sir. I used to can see me did you soon to me bre. Enti said me did you was so pay and it dear Miss Law. Sky and Fanco a cook father ne Mama I am from 28 now Obano Baba 24 send the Asia can they upon pie their tell me BBH. Now me did you say by Yashin dear. Never de say what day Christmas in the bed. In fact Christmas, Ghana Christmas, said you didn't say family reunion, family gathering, friends gathering. So but say, go to the market sector, get you more. Christmas, in your day beyond the yeto.
No.
Christmas no ma ye tono eye ntade mpaboa ensa nnuane saa no ma no and the content so it is ukobusa ukoye interview na ukobusa bi say ejana Christmas mattress ye tono say ya bi pato to no bi an better mattress on Christmas
Oh, ebi ono bi beto bi ache obi o
ska omatokra enye ti se obi to emore obi to akrantia obi to kobi on the meche enu de koso ne to no koso enti se we interview ababai I mean etifu bi ti obi ka se bi ayam se obi but you go towards more Christmas no people focus on them these people are we feel say in Christmas no attention no e wo mo ti se okobu so bi a oto anuane no so Christmas ya meto me mo Christmas ya meto me board ya Christmas mi bayre ya nto na and won say o man no de ekono eje but say oboka say idwadie ne koso o mo to ntaje ne nnuane a ne beda nyamia because say na as can free September na ba no ano na election threats no net toso say the name ko fosika ne concept bamu ne politicians no ya nintum ya beja tumun to kwa ne social media na Damien ko ni nim se Ghana for a bit Merry Christmas. Na tension here very but Damiash say no man nyina mu no ame o man no mu nipa no aso atimi agiaba na omotima show mo do a che nyame na mo do nyame asese o do mu twa 2020. Ye da nyame ase. Se bibia ya so ye o my Ghana omo Christmas ye dey had ya mu nisa omo dey say mu tue me sha na say omo wo garden baby I had ye yaso be shia dipa 4 5 6 abro tempe ayasem ate the nyame asese Ghana for tibidi omo Christmas.
Well, that is good. Despite despite demonstration, mentimi ho ase bibia ekoso asumdwem wo man Ghana mu. Enye ho nko amaman nyina so yaremu ni ade nyina no obia finding way to celebrate this season of the Christmas and the New Year. Yamidi yaremu any penina ni nyane sa na wa hwe won kwa e wa fie twa etwa mu no yestrese nyame de omukra ebesie ebusia bebrele na herte during that season because it is it's time ebusia nyina ehia na ebusia bi wo ho a nkonwa so atumsini isanse o mahwere won adihye. Our heart goes out to all of those families. Even during the election, Ukraino, Techima South, Honomono, a tool Akasawa ho, Emma Nipa Mienu, a Sheronkwa. Ninano, that wasn't the will or the wish of the people, but it happened. And so right now, no, NDC for protest, so Ghana, no, they say almost any but when you massage bad, they want justice. For the lost souls during the election. I have a video that I will be watching, but before then, Sly, let me ask you, do you think they should continue this protest in this regard? They want justice for the lost souls during the election?
Justice now more protesting. Fine, I obese obi afa hunde say we get bibisa but you say is it coming from the family or is it coming from the political party or is it coming from individual which belong to political party. Here's the case. If you want justice, the police have to do their investigation. After the investigation, they will come up what happened, what was the reason why it went to you. Police in here na nipa wa tutu ni ninja deka manage ka the reasons in here wa tutu na no judges ni tie na no asemu a no ma hu se ebono ana amono a na omobu but the protest na ekoso. Let's look at this because these protests have trend and meanwhile one after the election the most hottest place in Ghana Techima. Ahoya baby mentem ho ase edi atwantwe ɛna baabi so a etu ato ɛwɔ hɔ ɛna baabi so a yɛhu other opposition party going into electoral in demand for their pin sheet or not kind of. So one, there's tension already. Until if you go over there now, let me hear videos. To the point say last week, to the point say people are not even getting close to a police officer and then you can imagine, sir. I mean, if 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now more approach a police officer in aggression way. Only be to
defend himself.
What I say, if you approach the person, that's a true tour. I mean, there's something called 1, self-defense, and 2, safety first. Or 1, Obaka said the life is in danger because you never know. Kofa mobile, ebi kura seka, ebi kura ma, ebi kura way. So it is on free someone take action now. Mumbe take action. And I can imagine 6 against 1. Until you're saying you can protest, you can be on the street peacefully without touching anybody, without breaking things, without destroying anybody's property, without invading in people's space or boundaries. I know I mean you're right. Scam you met me actually BBA Mata again. Na matro BBA Gubodo so na me na me protest me kwa. What I said. But I never peaceful. Make me permit me under for 50 miles, we no be any problem. But when I get it close to people, to touch or destroy more property, I need it. The free say no. They have the right to do it, but it should be in a peaceful manner.
All right.
Now, if I should be now, I should be as I say, your man should be no.
Okay. Before I trust on already some of the viewers comment from Arabuache. Good evening, Ghana. Happy New Year. That's from Arabuache to Organians. Happy New Year. And also from Jacob saying Happy New Year. It's basically the same thing from Seth saying Happy New Year to us all. Happy New Year to you too. You all for tuning in. We really appreciate you guys. If we come on and you guys don't join us, we're just here for nothing. But we know you love the country and we love it too. So that's why we're here to discuss what goes on in Ghana, bring our views, our thoughts, and also to tell our leaders to do the right. And here is a station for the people. We are here for you, and I know you are here for us too. And Caroline said, God bless you all. Happy New Year. Thank you all guys for tuning in today. Let's continue by watching candidate John Mahama's speech after the court filings that evening. Let's watch this.
People of Ghana, I consider not simply in the interest of peace and democracy, but because I respect the will of the people. I did then, and I still do now. So when I say that I will not concede this election, please know that I'm not taking this decision lightly. Understand that it's not because of a desire for power, but because of a dedication to principle and a commitment to democracy. Based on the irregular and inconsistent results that were reported, I have reason to doubt that this election was not free, fair, or transparent. And without those fundamental pillars in place, how can any of us be sure that the results announced truly represent the will of the people? My brothers and sisters, I stand here today to remind you that Ghana is a peaceful nation, precisely because Ghanaians have always stood on principle. We've always fought for our democracy. Our forefathers and foremothers have always understood that without this basic foundation, whatever peace exists in our country will not be lasting. Whatever liberation we have as the architects of our collective future will soon be lost. Whenever we decide to take the easiest road, the first step is always surrender. And often the thing that we lose is the very thing that we value the most. The freedom that we enjoy today was not given on a silver platter. It came at a price. It came because Our forefathers and mothers stood on principle. Our history books are filled with the names of individuals who refused to take the road that was the easiest or safest or probably the most convenient. They refused to surrender their ability to appeal for justice in a land where they are meant to have a voice and use it for the betterment of themselves and their children and future generations. All who fought for independence stood on principle to demand the sovereignty of this land that belongs to us, the people of Ghana. Indeed, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah once said, "Those who will judge us merely by the heights we have achieved will do well to remember the depths from which we started." There are many of you who are listening to me this evening who have spent your entire lives knowing only democracy. You know a Ghana in which every 4 years the citizens go to the ballot box to exercise their right to choose their leaders who they believe will serve their best interests. You know a Ghana in which the baton of power has been passed graciously and without incident from one party to another. A country with hundreds of radio stations and dozens of newspapers. A country where citizens can openly critique the performance of their elected officials. A country where they can protest peacefully and without fear of punishment. It is a Ghana that your mothers and fathers, your grandmothers and grandfathers wanted you to know. It is a Ghana that they dreamed of, and some even died trying to make that dream a reality. But also listening tonight are the many of you who remember a different Ghana. In that Ghana, most if not all of those political transitions and social liberties I just spoke of earlier did not exist. The airwaves were not filled with radio stations. There were not numerous newspapers. People held their peace because to complain about the people in power was to risk all manner of reprisals. In that Ghana, presidential terms were interrupted by coup d'etats and former heads of state were executed. There was Kalabule and Operation Feed Yourself, not to mention years of hunger, bushfires, drought, and one economic recovery program after another. Even the Ghana of the Komipreko demonstrations bear little resemblance to the Ghana of today. We've traveled quite far as a nation in such a short period of time. The road has not been easy, nor has it been absent of obstacles. And that is why our beloved nation Ghana is often referred to as the trailblazer on the African continent. With each achievement, we have grown stronger as a people and as a nation. Through these trials and tribulations, our democracy has also been strengthened. My brothers and sisters, in a democracy as strong as ours, peace and justice can, and in fact, they usually do coexist. And that is because in a democracy such as the one we have built in Ghana, it is the people who hold the power. Indeed, in 2012, when the election was called in my favor, my opponent challenged the results, as was his right, and he took the matter to court. 8 long months of an election petition, far from destroying our democracy, rather reinforced our commitment to it and affirmed the strength of our institutions, particularly the judiciary. It is only in governments where the people are powerless and at the mercy of those who hold office that peace, or at least what passes as peace, can exist without justice. Some people have asked me what I hope to gain by challenging the results of this election. Let me tell you, I want perhaps the very same thing that my opponent wanted when in 2012 he challenged the results of that election. I want the removal of doubt. I want for all of us to know that our elections should be free, fair, and safe, and that we do not have to settle for a process that leaves us confused and with more questions than answers. I want a Ghana where institutions of state can be held to account, where we can stand on principle and demand transparency without the risk of losing our lives. When people lose their lives, as 7 people have done in the course of our elections, we're moving backwards, not forward. We're unraveling the very fabric of our democracy. We're risking the loss of 3 decades worth of progress. When today we see armed military and militia in our collation centers and election outcomes declared at the point of a gun, for us who have witnessed our country's journey through all its post-independence travails, we wonder if we have truly exorcised the ghost of our torturous past. We must continue to be a nation in which our young citizens have faith in our institutions, trust the rule of law, and rely on the presence of peace because there is justice. Ghana must be a country where we citizens know and believe without any doubt whatsoever that the way forward is determined by the way.
All right. So that was John Mohammed's speech on the night after their court filings. Obebisa said, why did he take this to court? And even the results, if there should be a change, would it be like a runoff? Or, because he definitely didn't get the numbers he needed to be elected, and he's claiming his opponent didn't get that either. So that means there should be a runoff of this election. What do you Ghanaians think? When I open the phone lines, I want you guys to call. Just share your thoughts on this. He wants justice. Is it for those who lost their lives? Is it for what? I want to know. What is your intake slide on this speech? I really didn't get that much out of him.
The speech it's about repeating what Akufo-Addo did on 2012. He just, at first, he started with the background of Ghana, how far the BIB drew, where he started, how our forefathers, were so brave, fighting for the nation, for peace and justice. And then he get to the point of referring to the 2012 where Akufo-Addo filed a complaint, said on J. Abadintum. Then it went through like 8 months, and then the justice came out, said, still now, we're not the air president. Now, he's filing because of people who vote. He's also filing because of people who conformally show life during this election. And also he's asking for justice. Justice now, or asking for, is it a justice for you to come back to the position, or is justice for the lost souls?
Okay, so that's like two things. So either for a runoff of the election, for us to the Ghanaians to vote again for a president, or because I'm not getting it.
Yeah, because he said something about when it comes to government, the people that have power, it's the power belongs to the judges, or belongs to the government, or it belongs to the cabinet. In this world, in this era, the people have to have power. And then meeting so many people, from the NDC. One, at first, they claim say, I'm gonna not a winning
election.
But
that's the parliamentary seats, right?
Yes, after the EC came out. But as time goes on, the almost statistics is reducing from 50 plus 1 to 49 plus. So now what they're saying is almost Nanado and 50 plus 1, almost 50 plus 1. So that thing is right off. And then when they get to that point, now they're taking it to one of the voter reading area, Omam vote. They're saying they allow them to vote for the presidential and then never vote for the parliamentary, or either way. So now, their foreign thing now is to go for runoff. It's not about Mahama Edinkunim or Akufo-Addo Edinkunim. It's about one, justice. When he's saying justice, he's talking about Woma Yapumo, Omana Omo freedom. As I said, justice. Nanam Busasa justice is open and say. Because what I know, say when the demonstration goes, when I want to say it didn't show my life. The court, the police, and the court order for investigation. And then through the investigation, they will just, come out, say, who's away, and of course, this is how we feel or person and normal is here. Oh,
All right.
you know.
I will let you take a break and take care of our future contributor right there. So, my lines will be open anytime soon. But before then, no, yabeko kumase neako report if you know bema kwami ejenim boaten eho aka nana kokorto may make sure say he will join us in a few minutes. So please stay tuned with us. Let me read a few comments before I continue. Edith Ortin says what we need now is peaceful. I think Organians need peace. From Samuel Wet, first class production, number 41. I do agree with you, Sam. From all the way in London, Irama Krobia saying Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you too. We grateful that you guys tune in and join us today. Let me get a few more. Who else is here? I do see a lot of names. I don't think I'll be able to mention everybody, but thank you all. All right. Let me take you or to Ashanti again.
Hello?
Kwame Afshapa. Yede nyame asese wama afiako abetuye na kumase ni mpate mu seno musidi bronya ne fae ne afrefofre.
Yo, me that's many aba. Sabre omanfo a waje penie wo hwe no se tie fa nche kese pa emma wonumo na ye mo afihia pa. Na yensro nyankrumpon hira emma wonumo se da omoje penie tie ntiensi yi mpaya no se bi komo mo na etimi atras na pempi no ene aduonu ba ko etimi akwe ma member masem bisa ne so no kwasem ni 2021 aye afia na emo den edem wiase nyina na Ghana so sa na bronya yi ba yi so aja yakwe kutie ba sifuyi eli bi akira se de be ya de ekoso nyina no manfo ebe hu na mati bie oba kuma sti a bronya manfo edi na dodo na chese o man ni yie ise ntie ne se covid-19 ba ye afi sta hodo a na nko so munya na wonum etimi di bo mo ho bra ni nyina eho anko yi ampa ma wo mo na edru ba bi bia ma kuma sti ade kakra ye bra abato ne ko na wie ye na abato komisa bo bro MPP am pe ko ndin se won ana adin nim no sabre no ana omanfo atigu monten so ko di dwa pa ji wani anya seketwa ho de be nya ka se edwadie ekoso kama o kuma ase kropon mu ane asantimantem mu ha nenso eno ho ntansa baaye ya NDC amayoko ni yes step omode kokoto na enye bia nkoyi e waboto nim no afi be bia ye ni efiro na bro nya ebebo mu a se didi mu a yadum e di ra to me na ono manfo edi koma mo chem se bro nya no die e kwase no man hu so sa ise ni se ebra NDC amayoko ta bo tibeka se abato no nye ni wi ni ye enyiamu ni ade akosinti no mo de kokot no omanfo boton ya dodo no a entimi MP a meto ade ana de ba ko to ka kire aye oye kire ahodo a na NDC amayoko mu maburu binum eye obaties demonstration koso ha demonstration koso ha won be fresh kire enkon kituo ma ba kurumto be didwane ade nyina dodo no a ene ka won di a eche won antem a won ama entino bronyen omanfo didie nso odi a no odi ni se nyame ab no che ase nemu wa ni se bi o ho ato ma bulu so bi na waju ani me aba
That is quite interesting. 31st watch night now. How did it also go? Because I'm saying, depending on how much 31st no sorry. The in between finish I said yeah sorry I 31st night there. How could any yes na yedi rough for them? How did it go on out there?
That's it. A do that first year, I see what you can. A month for pass or them echo bompire. Na Organa Hanso, Sarah Penna, a posso organa handle. And it at first, you about proper, just a bear, a month for a fire, one TV, one maybe some echoes organa. Now, if I'm Yahoo already echo. Now, the first, we rested the for she echo saw them one. Now, no, in a papa. Since the COVID-19 since a young crop crowd, maybe Bass said by June, you know, yeah. There's Yamiadum, June, July, August, September, December. Yeah, they do that first echo rem of 1st January 2021. There was some for a Bompire. And see a month for P. Echo Bompire. Now, Ghana, Mam Penya Baby, Ex Excellency, Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Baumia, or also the Nichim O Kumase. Now, did you know what he said a month for a Benya ship? Now, Obel Kumase was also for I'm sorry, I would draw, and I know a month for one Echo Somewhere. Now, of course, Bantman Assemblies of God. And the video Chogua, who said, a man penny see, and I or no man for 18 Como, a more church and Sacran over a Sunday Honomo. And no, I Bantman Assemblies of God. And of course, yeah, or call from our Honomon. Be you or sounds so at so at the Nichemo a war, Calvary Charismatic Church. Yes, CCC, yeah, no, I ja. We, yeah, or sounds so the Nichemo or Power Chapel. And also, I will see a boy IPT wow. And when a Christopher for boom as soon yet. Now, a man penny of the Chakwan was a mention Ghana. The sent and say, oh, my, keep mum, would you know what that not as all them. A so for Miss would know that will not take a pass for them. Must no, just say, remember, take us from about Ghana, and I say, a Christopher in trouble for one. And no boy may assume being F and impact. You know, Jim Grass, I say, some Hannah, some hat, and a man, and over the car. Yes, be a must move. And yet, I can't boom, near Prapi and him, near Nancy, as Yama, and when you am found one or to my woman. Not a what, I'm a man put through, and so to me up on him, and Tinani Jehopa. Yeah, only to just say, question ye. Ghana for the Santinia idea. No trust Sally to just say, oh, did you say, Ghana beckoning him? Ghana beckoning him. Now, Papin Pa, Ghana man, and not Danko for the afternoon. Say, or to be out to us. Ghana never queen in Pa. It's a Brahman penny Casanis and yet a Sibi, such a be a month for the Rias so to me that. Watch this year. Young Chisel man penny, actually, some of yes, oh, Bantama, Calvary Temple, Assemblies of God. Now, what the ensemble a true gap.
All right.
That was the Lord's and continues to be that of the Lord. We thank God all that is for that victory. And I must say, it is a victory to God and to all of us. In the year 2021, there is a country to be run and managed well. It is an exercise that cannot be undertaken by one person or only a certain group of people. We all have the responsibility to achieve. There is no doubt in my mind that some significant foundation has already been made for an accelerated development. And we are confident that he who has begun the good works will help us to bring it to perfect completion. I am excited about the future of Ghana. We are going to be one of the powerhouses of Africa by the grace of God. We are only just beginning, and so the next 4 years, by the grace of God, we will see a major transformation in Ghana.
Oh, you are Ghana, man, Penyaba, His Excellency Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Baumia. And I was just said, so at what part to the issue we more Ghana Dutch, Ghana Dutch morphin. Ghana Dutch, yes, you know, now you come out, dear. Now, did you say, Papa, NPP, I mean, you cannot to fear the Chemono. In fear, I'm running for us what to be out to swap. Yes, Ghana, a queen empire, and no, someone, on Penyaba, His Excellency Alhaji Mahmoud Baumia, at the 2 a already up, and our back Ghana hanging now. Near or that Assemblies of God, as sorry, no, General Superintendent, or no, a Professor Paul Frimpong Manson. No, so microphones, young Mompire man, are they? Will he Mompire go Mampenin, Abbott the Chile, no Mampenin, Ghana, now, so say, yeah. Ghana and Punto Bakun him, Ghana soon you bet now, Branny, now, or Memofonso, and Yahoto. Yentian pipe, we, Edima, a year, Ghana Mampenin, and I be the Chile.
Abo man for so for the crew. Once you have some better sorry about or yeah, what we get here among Penny. That the sea woman is so the Siena help on a Tumia when you are and sound soup. The Dima 4 that I was sick. So when I opened the pack, it's not a gym. Now the next was soup. Now the Johnson and the from it's near any of full a large Mahmoud Belgra with a yellow and where you about penny Samir Swakano. So, was so empty your mouth penny. And now was happy of Mama by any Pasilano, the Fonda was so crying. And let's do one class or a tree or waka. You're the next someone, sir. One hope by. But then a my hope by. One of us young by. Peninisus hope by. LP's name ministers. No more to point out. Young age over the home by. And I do one crying over by. Robert Sorghum Pony. Robert Pony. And I'm a joke pony. I buy your home. I will some home. And see one. Yes, sir, you are yes, yes, sir, finding the purpose of my yes, sir, and what it is, or soon here only do so. Not nobody of pure pregnancy, nobody a digger so. The above person, a mamma, see, and I have a bake, a bay, a set, not going to now, yes, you have a bit. The blow of one thing halfway. You're done to fight, or now, I won't from buying you. Oh, the mere chap, with the milk back, with the milk of you. Amen.
No, Reverend Professor Paul Performance of Penny or that Assemblies of God as Afnano, or Ghana Hagina, and yet say, Nankano. Now, yes, one way. Yajina, bro, and ya any 31st night homes and some more. Ghana Mampany, trust me one crying. Na a bra or Mampany, so as soon you know. And I sent you for your band, you was say, Accra, a raffle from more. I was say, when you would say, what do you just own young Crumpo, Ghana and Kakaka, because we're crying. Yeah, or not Buama Ghana Tumpon. To understand this some etuga. We are take a crack or Mampany tuga. If you are near to us,
but this disease is brought finally under control in our country. We will begin to rebuild our economy and secure the peace and stability of our nation. That is my wish for the people of Ghana. That we have a good year, that this disease is brought finally under control in our country. We will begin to rebuild our economy and secure the peace, the stability of our nation. That is my wish for the people of Ghana.
I know a Ghana man penny, as an empire or boy, say, or man between pong, na Ghana asomdwe a yɛn nsa ka no yɛtumi ekura mu no so kɔso yɛ nso ahodo a new year no wɔde to Ghana fo nyinaa anim ɛno no away from bronya any new year ho nsɛm no ɛna ɔmampani so asan akasa bio na ɔkasa ya na yɛtiatia se kokokon yɛwɔ Africa Continental Free Trade Agreement na yɛsɛ wei ɛyɛ nhyehyɛeɛ a bibrem aman bɛyɛ sɛ aman no aduonu 954 countries no wɔn na adwen ɛkɔ bɛnkuro mu na wɔn adi dwa ya obiara anya ɔhaw biara nti sɛ Nigeriafoɔ na wɔn nneɛma no mpɛ so mbɛtɔn no nkran a wɔn nyinaa bɛtumi aba Ghana bɛtɔn ne kama Ghana yɛn sɛ pɛ sɛ yɛkɔ alata yaw Nigeria yɛn kɔtɔn nneɛma a yɛbɛkɔ sɛhen yɛbɛkɔ yɛ ɛno no wɔfrɛ no African Continental Free Trade Agreement no na ɛno no sɛ wɔbɛkae a ne office nyinaa kɛseɛ paa no ɛwɔ nkran yɛ Ghana ha ne wɔ a Ghana na brɛmprɛn deɛ yɛhwɛ ato nneɛma so bɛbi a saa nneɛma bɛtumi akɔ soɔ ɛnɛ ɛna officially mpanimfoɔ nyinaa hyia yɛ a wɔka ho asɛm a ɛhyɛ aseɛ na ɛberɛ a wɔhyiaeɛ no Ghana mampan de to dwa a saa deɛ bɛbɛboa Ghana ne ɛbibrɛm aman ahodoɔ nyinaa na ama yɛn nyinaa nso atu mpɔntikyiriw ɛwɔ edwadie kwan so ɛno nso mampani wɛ sɛ ansɛm kakra yɛntie kakra wie a deɛ ɔhɔ no matters arising NDC election petition ɛdeɛ na akɔ akɔduro yɛde mu nsɛm aba bɛto mu yɛntie Ghana mampani Nana Adeda Akufo-Addo nsɛm ɔka fa Africa ɛdwadie a ɛnɛ wɔn nyinaa ka mu abom ɛba abɛdie no.
We consider the fact that trade between African countries remains low, currently standing at some 15% of our combined GDP, compared to other parts of the world, like the European Union 75%. It is obvious that these low levels of intra-regional trade cannot improve our prospects of bringing prosperity to our people. A large part of the growth and prosperity that we seek in Africa will come from us trading more among ourselves. Trading on the African Continental Free Trade Area, AFCFTA, starting today, it provides us with the vehicle for us to trade among ourselves in a more modern and sophisticated manner. It will offer a huge opportunity to exploit the abundant wealth and resources of our great continent for the benefit of all our people. And it will give us protection in how to deal with other trading blocs. For us in Ghana, the successful implementation of the AFCFTA ties in perfectly with the vision of moving our country to a situation beyond aid. A self-reliant Ghana that has freed herself from a mindset of dependence and aid and is determined to make intelligent, disciplined use of her considerable resources the basis for her growth and prosperity.
And yet, Ghana mampani Nana Adeda Akufo-Addo na deɛ ɔka nyinaa yɛtiatia sɛ ɛne saa nhyehyɛeɛ a ɛbibirem aman nyinaa korɔ so ɔmbɛhwɛ no madi dwa wɔberɛ a obi anya ɔhaw no ɛbɛboa ama ɛbibiman yɛn nyinaa yɛtumi aka abom atu mpɔn wɔkyerɛ mu a sɛ ne kɛseɛ si tie no Ghana so bɛhwɛ na wafa saa akonya no so na wafa akɔsideɛ ho adi tɔ nti no ɛnɛ yi ɔbɛhwɛ sɛ bi a Ghana beyond aid yɛ ɛnɛ yi wɔde ho nsɛm ato dwa yɛ wɔtu ho anammɔn no saa adwuma yi aba yi ɛnso ɛba bɛboa ama biribiara nso atumi atu mpɔn yɛfiri bro nyansɛm no mu anyway a yɛnkɔ yi na no okuada yɛwɔ saa na yɛte sɛ yɛsɛ ɔmanfoɔ bi kura briefcase kɛseɛ paa ɛne shoe yi wotumi hwɛ ho no ahwɛ w'anim kaw ɛhemfoɔ ni a NDC lawyers anom nam kwan so a ɔmokɔ Supreme Court yɛsɛ deɛ bi yɛtumi ntena sesa ɛdi akyire a asɛm a NDC amanyɔko no ɛka nyinaa ne sɛ no kwasɛm yie na no ada abato ɛkɔɔyɛ na maame Jemensa ɛtwe mpɛn ne krata tententen bɛtena TV so twi n'anim ɛne na ne ho ayɛ fɛ paa ne nso aba no bɔbɔ ne nyɛ fɛ ɔmo kyerɛ maame na aba no bɔbɔ ɛ no kyɛ sɛ ankɔ yɛ kura aba no firi nso asentum butire wɔ ho ɛno nti ɔmo de ɔmo asɛm ɛkɔ akɔdan Supreme Court no na court na saa yɛ nhwehwɛmu na sɛ ɛnokwa sɛ aba no bibi wɔ mu a ɛne wahwɛ aka ho asɛm na ɛno mu no ana ɛbɛtɔ dwa sɛ ɛne si amanyɔ kokora pɛ sɛ ɔmo ɛhwɛ na nka abato no prɛbɛ ya abato commission on san hyehyɛ no foforo ne san to ne foforo sɛ ntie ne sɛ baabi NDC di nkunim ni adane no ya emma a wɔsɛ nka NDC nya kora no ɛnya ade a abato commission no ɛde ma wo no enti ɛnam so ma sɛ break ka sɛ the officially NDC won afile election petition ya wonum ɛhwɛ sɛ Supreme Court bɛka ma wɔn na nyɛ nim sɛ na no kura na last day te sada no anam dem nkrat ka nyina ekoye na ne owura samejan fi ya okasa wam nkita ho die bofotene wasan esquire lawyer ene no oka ho bi sanso na general siedu nketia no nyina di akira won ekoye omo wie ya pe anam mpanin John Dramani Mahama business impie so na no wo Facebook ne abefo ntintan videos ne yedi nkomo no di tu ja se e ba enkrofo mi nam kika se han papa to make it to be opa di enti na wa twene tan so on person obedi atomo no se busuafo tumi me di bi pen empo na no 2016 to aba me di to mi ami fa pon friend na dan kwaku fa takora wa ya de wadi nkunim enti enya de ne den so be friend na do aba ba se wadi nkunim tie no kraso wadi nkunim a ye mom wi ase se asisie ba kroma no bi apoma twede ahye ntumam abato no ankoye enwemu aba saa enwemu no he se atenten ne be ye enye se bi ade manfo aka so onye ntum no wo ya so ode ana se wo ye nyamo ho de bi ntisa no jem se wo san so gina akwa ma Ghana fo a won meto abadima NDC amanyoko na nei abato komisa ede won sha ahye eboase no no de wo hwe ade mu se abato no a eni akosa no Supreme Court ebehwe na won aka na eno ana osato se emfa ho se asem na o Supreme Court no ede wo ye kire ni ade omo be ye pa enti bra ansa be kasa no wa na won important mo na nkrofo de akọ bani ana nya asem keto akora NDC amanyoko no ya no mu ye kire no mampani dia tudwa no mampani dada dia tudwa se kwambi aso o ye kire ka anu nto mu tuo se o mbenya atenten ne ho ti man nkrofo nya se e akodi court no de omo de omo na de be gufom ko jan na nse ni boy ye din omo san bema na ye fo da bi o mekoso ama ko jan boy ye din e de wachi uti ukotodwe wonsa uchepeso ba bia ndisi ponto ko jan mo bo hodo no mu nkire ani bra wonum ewumo na en na be to dwe wie no omo san dia todwa se ene no sabe you anansi otomeko ade wa anansi a ochibo fruit enti asem na kodu court nyese bia o ye zentronia o che dase abra no ma akra so say NDC ni dia no afrens on the beka election petition ho asem there bi eto man kasa de krata ba bonten ya ogra o church edma NDC amanyoko Johnson esiedin ketra entuntum nyina hene wono ede aba bonten se wo mai nipa nkono bi a won ebe kasa ede ama NDC amanyoko na bira asem akwakodu court no eti sika wada ma me boy kire e bi abre pem no obese o frɛ bi na no mu di nkomo fa nsɛmi ho a wo ma abɛfrɛ wo mo ba ko wo mu aye honorable Marietta Brew appear upon for a lawyer no ma kyerɛ hyɛ no Esquire or the former attorney general and happen so was here former minister for justice or no eka ho bi and happen Dr. Dominic Akutenga Ayine or no see MP Edma Bogatanga East was here former attorney general as a minister of justice and a former minister of justice or also account be ebio Dr. Abdul Basit Aziz Bamba or also a lawyer Matrasin Esquire or a member NDC legal team after honorable Alex Segbefia Esquire or also a director of international relations at the NDC amanyufuno sanso na Abraham Amaliba a tiny thing come up or also a director legal affairs at the NDC amanyufuno ebio Sami Jemfi Esquire, ono a communications officer. In Kitaundi for to me at the NDC Amanyukono. The person so a Kakra Asumia, or also a lawyer, and this communications director, and also Okamobi. Sansa Joyce Bawa Mokhtari, or also a lawyer, special aid at the His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Kanem and Penny, not the chat for a lawyer Godwin. Eduji Tamakulu, honestly a member NDC the GAT team. Real secretarian or pain. I know the full stop can see a pass the crat and say pine. No say for it didn't need Renum and the Becassa Ediama NDC Amajukono. And there are some more quarter and be a quarter better so. NCS said a free a year now she will quanum quarter say ya a brepemu or what you some back. Nana this American Yashim say, as a moment packet say I catasumu maso. Omunkan TV said the 2020 channel TV sono. Omunkan TV so no be unshabby any ye near the fire one TV so no be a shabby. And yet, my lord, you and I were not there. I put it to you. Objection of a root. Yeah, I had to tribute. And some of the I'm a moment to talk was the way I hope for us betting about.
Yeah.
and the amount. And also, your command in Ghana for the committee and command no medians. No, remember, for I have been here.
Ya mama ashadada senior Bronya Nisuko Kumase manene mpate mu. Yada wase miwa makwame wo all the good things wa babo no na odi abedum fire one na hwefo ni yeti for.
Ya mo official pa.
Afren kombechi mfie so. Yedi nyami jamo. All right, so that was a summary of Nyokosuwo Ghana Memu last week. Bedu Pempensui. Yada Bima Kwame Ejenumbuatin and our team at war Ghana Yedomunina Ase Ujumapa Omo Ebo Edeboa. We will comment to be on Pesamaridi. But before I read this, the lines are open. Open so Fred now Chawa Drain was and Bisebi Ubitude Abba within yours bit me Fred 303-800-6277 303-800-6277 outside US bit me Fred WhatsApp line +17202381489 +17202381489. Way for UK from William. Here I'm Richard. I'm watching you live from UK. My question is, if President Mahama did not get the percentage to be president-elect, what exactly is he seeking justice for? That is my question too, and hopefully we'll get some of the legal team to come on fire warrant to answer some of these questions, because I assume all Ghanaians want to know why this is in court. Sly.
Scar.
Wow, with this question coming from Richard, why are they in court if they didn't get the percentage? I think we discussed a bit about it, but seeking justice, no, is it Supreme Court where you seek that form? I think that should be a different file, and in regards to Omo Moshe during the election.
As Cam said, Medasi, question no, yeah, sure say the constitution is a canon. Constitution they can say say you to a bar, na say who standing for parliamentary. So what the one vote to grab be two opponent in one. The parliamentary is not judged by percentage, it's judged by number of votes, popular vote. But for the presidential, no, I say we get 50+1. And if both parties know get 50+1, then there's a call for runoff. So right now, the NDC is asking the Supreme Court for the electoral commission and electoral commissioner to go for runoff. Almost say MPP get 50%, almost so 50%. UBN will get 50%. Both parties were in the edge of 49 point something. If that be the cause there, then there should be a runoff. That's why I'm going to go to court for the judges to look through everything. Then they have to, order the electoral commission to reorganize another runoff. And then for them, their petition, their air kind of said, I'm free say young kind and money ye. Can say on the pin sheet, no free say so when you're 200 na MPP near 50, near the 50 now, near the 200 na ama MPP. Into Sana, I see Entinama MPP or Mocas MPP into no almost record to say they are seeking in almost petition. You say, oh my kind, all the abandoned presidential, no, yet kind in your now you thereby which is the no sir is no because on 2012 MPP seek the same thing. They seek their judges should ask the EC to recount everything. But this is how it said. According to Afarijan, you can't abandon a polling station. You can't the polling station in a back. a back constituency, then you go to the region. From the region, you go to the national. So from the regional to the national, East Indiana, Onya, Kopia, Onyano is from the regional. Let's say 47, seats in Asante region. In Jomba combining all the 47 seats in Asante region. We are in the regional sector. Now regional in the copy na akoma national. Fast at the police office. Now you see a kekeni nyirago. Inti yesi di omunya a regional pensions. Easy copies now. Original CD declare a regional pensions. They believe say one police station. All the parties now accepted. I call all the regionals. Omunya accepted before you get to the national. Inti is their right to seek for that. Is their right to go into detail. But I don't know whether the Supreme Court have changed all these policies, because I know it's on the 2012 when the NPP was pushing, the judges to let go back, recount to the bottom. They told them to no. So if you trust your agents, now the agents are now you can now I all these levels. Now I be do national. That's easy and declare. There's no need, so they'll go back. The Asako can be. I don't know. They are based on their petition. For me, based on what my witnessing on 2012, I mean, some of them the Jesus said the court number 12 because the court will not let me and sample country from there. I know for sure. We'll not go back for recount. But up to the point to say they have a proof on the pin sheet and to defend. Say a proof for the 50+1. NDC so 50+1. All the parties saying 50+1. And to head to head. Yeah, call for round-off. I need that one. I don't know because I'm not part of the legal team. I'm not part of more stars more. But I mean, they have the right to that. They have the right to.
Yeah, so that is some of our questions right here, and we'll find out. But I hope the Supreme Court will get things rolling very soon. The outcome of this court filings, what will come out of it. But Yonko, the same 30th now with that filings, no question, there was a protest going out in Volta region. Yonko Korhe near a sea Volta region.
Whatever is happening, we have been notified by the NDC to do their protest march. And actually, the same day that the NDC notified us, the NDP also came to notify us that they also want to do they have some program they want to attend to. And I told them, in fact, that we will manage and do whatever is possible. However, it's not possible for the two of them all to do the same thing at the same time. Whilst the NDC are doing a protest demonstration, the NPP people also asked permission to do a victory march. However, I came to them and I spoke to all of them, and we have to even go to court and try to injunct all of them. However, the NPP said they were no more doing anything, and that it is the youth of Peme who also notified me just a day before yesterday that they also want to do some kind of rituals, which is a yearly annual ritual. However, I told them that they should just relax, and whatever it is, we will manage. And when the NDC people finish their protest march, for which they are presenting their petition to the EC, then we will continue with them, and whatever they want to do, then we'll police them also to do it. However, I tried stopping them because of this intended clash or the clash that we anticipated. However, I was speaking to them. I spoke to the NDC people. They should hold small. They should wait for some time whilst I speak to the NPP people or the youth of Alavanyo, the youth of Hohoi, so that when they also come down. And I was told that, okay, initially I was told that they would just do some rituals and finish and go. I spoke to them. I was with them for some time. They said they were almost finished. And then somebody told me he's calling the chief of Atabu to come and perform some rituals. Now, at the end of the ritual...
Well, so why would there be a protest same day calling for the security agency to notify them they'll be doing this, and the same time and also no other group wants to say you're rituals then why would this happen?
let me use it this way. If President Akufo-Addo and running mate John Mahama say me out and me can assembly and to almost supporters a trim to the point say all this threat will stop her. Scar the basic gun because I said me can say last week say se kujina efa baako a efa na ejina on ejine na ejina ya nso be jim na wo jim so a esai now no it has been said the NPP doing all multiple demonstration all kind of stuff is going on when the omniba said there's no protest no na me free say come back as nationwide but almost in Accra which doesn't make sense because the protest is not nationwide baby but Okasa Accra, you know, we can watch some last week say why only Accra? But we're talking about Accra, how traffic, how busy places are. That's why they feel say I want the protest go Accra. But I know about I say NDC. Yanka private sector, Yanka individuals. Into a group we can say they are going for peaceful work.
Yeah.
Which is not part of NDC. But they should exactly back out to say nationwide. People are condemning it. People are telling you they are putting their right now. Look at right now what is happening. I told you last time, say, if last week I said, if I'm not from form, necessarily will cost one. The other parties, it doesn't matter the NPP, the other parties almost started to demonstrate. And then when they start demonstrating and then come together, I know that this happened. 9 people or 7 people is not enough for now. Now, no, look at what is going on. And like I said, no, everybody is monitoring everybody what they're going to do. It's going to be like monkey see, monkey do thing. Oh, after we are saying, no, people were left, this were left. When I'm who the bear, and you know, you better know. At the dear womb, a kutia womb.
Then another day that same issue by Accra or the Dio area with between the NDC and PP even crab before about Tuono even before cry to Abano. I think about a couple of weeks before.
I don't know. President former President Mahama, President Akufo-Addo, they have to please say Pomacho. Because what is a person right now? No, we are a person who big to what Prane. And you advantage. And you be advantage, you said, obey see all these signals. What you say? Oh, we have signal we are also time national. It's you're penny for me, you're 2 minutes more pay.
It seems like nobody is speaking against it. It's really heartfelt because last week your show and I got a lot of comment. Wow, talking about my Yukuomo and this and that, and I have this in the comment, so I'll be showing a video that Joy News put together in regards to what happened in Techima South and Ipamienu. If I saw a sure but before me show the comment that Richard is sending and is those who lost their lives. It's true that is sad, but there is also a time to comport ourselves if we really understand democracy. If we really understand democracy, we have to let go. This has happened. We condemn it. Say it will expire during coalition time. Now, in paying for more inside, no can no moment your say. Na bedu omo abonten so ne ekoso inside na DP abonten na ekofa sa etu asem ba which on the part of the security agencies now they should have found a better way to calm the place down rather than so much shutu in the crowd. Let's watch this.
Some police and military personnel fired into a crowd of NDC supporters at the collation of the Techiman South election results. Acting Bono East Regional Police Commander DCOP Asumedu Ochredako confirms casualty from that incident.
So far, we have 2 people dead and 9 people injured.
One of the dead is 18-year-old Abdullah Ayarik, an apprentice in the street lighting business in Techiman. One journalist who rushed him to a waiting ambulance describes the moment.
I saw one guy lying down here. So I came to him. Blood was oozing from the nose and the eyes. At that time, he was breathing very slowly. So I lifted him on my chest. By that time, when he breathed, at the same time, you could see blood ooze from the nose and the eyes. So I took him to the ambulance. And by the time I got to the ambulance, there were already about 3 people in the ambulance.
At his family home in Techiman, Abdullah's father, Yusuf Amalo, tells Love News he went to the collation center with him but returned without him.
We didn't bear 1 hour.
To walk with your child and realize within the next hour that he is dead, it's not easy. If he got sick or had an accident, perhaps you could come to terms with that.
But wait here,
the shooting at the Bono Champion Hall Collation Center was sporadic, but the bullets that flew through the crowd took supporters like Yusuf Amalo by storm. Voting was peaceful, and so nobody thought there would be violence afterwards. All this time, their guns were always pointed to the side of the NDC. But nobody ever thought the guns could go off in our direction because our hands were clean. The family says it is only justice that can reduce the pain. They shot my boy from the back of the neck. They shot him from the back of the neck. The family wants justice to prevail, to serve as precedents. All who matter in this country should intervene and bring those culpable to face the law. Bullets from this officer seen in the video firing directly at the crowd could have been responsible for the death of another victim. Mohammed Tajuddin, 41, is a truck driver and a father of 4, 3 girls and a boy. The eldest is 15 years. He is described as a calm, loving father with a deep sense of humor. We met his father, Sadiq Al-Hassan, and mother, Hawa Musa, at their family house in Techiman. His hands and feet were very cold when I held him, and I realized then he was dead. When he visits me and I don't have water, despite being married, he would fetch water for me. Sometimes he requests to wash my clothes. In the video of the shooting, Emma Hawa Musa is seen helping carry a motionless Mohammed at the collation center. His mouth was full of blood. When he breathed heavily, blood was oozing from his mouth, ears, nose, everywhere. I shouted, "They've killed my son! They've killed my son!" Strangely, the mother of victim Tajideen is not seeking justice. She says she leaves the shooters to God's justice. I give everything to God. We don't need anything. I've lost everything. Even if I'm giving billions, my son will not come back. So for us, we are bringing our case before God. Both Yusuf, father of Ayarik, and Emma Musa have reservations about events that occurred at the collation center in Techiman South constituency. It was all fun that day, with NPP supporters chanting songs across the NDC side. There was no fight. So if anybody says we were fighting, it's a lie. 9 people sustained various degrees of injuries from the shooting. We were able to locate 2 of them who were still on admission at the Wenchi Methodist Hospital at the time of our visit. Elias Suleimana was shot in the arm. He has undergone surgeries to replace broken bones. He currently sports an arm on a plaster of Paris with surgical metals sticking out of it in 4 different spots. His brother Hamidou Suleimana speaks about his condition.
He had a broken bone inside, but thanks be to God and the doctors, they made a surgery the following day. So as I'm talking now, he's still alive and he's still kicking.
Abubakar Idrisu also suffered gunshot wounds to the leg and can only walk with the aid of crutches. Dr. Abraham Oman is the medical coordinator for the Wenchi Methodist Hospital.
One had radio ulnar fracture, that is fracture of the arm, and then the other one had a gunshot injury that went through the leg. Currently, they've all received treatment. They've all undergone surgery.
The December 8th violent collation of Techiman South election results and the shooting have left a sharp division between supporters of the NPP and NDC, who, hitherto, lived in peace. Though the larger part of Techiman remains peaceful and calm, beneath it grows a simmering lack of faith and trust which threatens the latter.
Anger will be because when you see a MPP sympathizer, you feel like attacking. It's like they are having some bad blood between them against MPP. But the shooting is not MPP who shoot, it is security. And they were preventing destroying of state properties. We all feel sad what happened.
The youth have divergent opinions on results of the elections, especially the parliamentary elections.
One of the peace constituencies,
Techiman South is one of the peaceful constituencies. This time around is because it's the first time a Northerner has contested and won. And because of that, he's been denied the seat. The loss of loved ones and what they describe as a stolen election create a double agony whose uncanny urge for action is being restrained. We never lost any life in any election here. It has started with this election, but the leaders should break this trend, or else it will follow through subsequent elections. Supporters of the NDC in Techiman South believe their candidate Christopher Bayre has been robbed of victory and they anticipate a recollation. But the hierarchy of the NPP and NDC differ strongly on the subject. At a recent collation of the Sine West parliamentary results, Dan Botwe of the NPP and Dr. Kwabena Donko of the NDC shared their views.
Once results are declared, they should know how to challenge it. So you cannot say that you want Techiman South to go to what process. The affiliation letter commission has declared. So it's typical NDC. Either it's mischief, or they will not take time to study or learn the process very well.
We of the NDC, what we're saying is that Techiman South, like Banda in the Bono region, EC had declared Banda in the favor of NDC. Yes, MPP insisted that there should be recollation, and it was done. So what stops the same EC using the same principle to do a recollation for Techiman South? That is all we're saying.
Affected families in the shooting who remain bitter say the issue will remain a certain time bomb until justice reigns.
Well, video credit to Joy News. We're really grateful for you guys putting this together. Really surreal to see this. What happened? It really tells it all. What actually happened on the 8th of December. That 2 lives were lost, an 18-year-old and a 41-year-old father of 4. And some are in the hospital, recovered from their shooting wounds. This is really hard to process, but nobody's wishing this to happen anywhere in this world through election. Like a caller said last week, it is the people that are employing someone's father. So why should we lose the life through that? Really hard. But our heart goes out to the families that lost their loved ones and those who are wounded and are recovering in the hospitals. Our prayers go out to you guys. But somebody might ask, why was there a shooting? Wasn't there another way to go about this to bring peace during that time? I wasn't there. I didn't know what actually happened, but people there knew what happened on that day. We hope that the government will look into this. They really need to look into this. Ask the officers, the agent, why they shot in the crowd. We really need to talk about this. Sly, I need your intake.
Oscar, I did mention something about one, like 6 people are approaching
one officer, yeah.
And then Owagan or free set for his safety and his life, I mean, it's best for him to use it again. But Ibusa said, in occasions like this, in monitoring like this, I know that the police have to go with rubber bullets, and it's hard for a rubber bullet, to kill somebody. And I don't know.
So why didn't they use a rubber bullet on that day, but instead had actual?
That's the question one we have to ask. The commander in chief, and 2. I know, sir, issue like this, it have to be in a gunshot. It's like, the gun have to be on the top. And you can see the video, some of the gun was pointed on the ground, and I said, I was about and then with this, crowd, I said, "Etuno abubano amobia." Sabubane a kafomwa. Let's say a bet chip from this. A chip from now. Say, "Whoa, say no." A bit much chip up could depend one, and also can cause damage. It's so many questions are involved in this act. One, the reason they have to point the gun on the people. 2, why they have to go with the rare bullets and not the rubber bullets. And then 3. Why did they have to use it again? If we said that Encofoni come off, or even the inside in the crowd, there was a lot of kind of fighting over there. Somebody want to grab the ballot sheet in there. Yeah, the police have to pull him back. The fight started from inside, then went outside. Now, I started now edge almost. And then you can see the crowd was just coming in the circles. I believe, sir, they didn't expect, they did not expect to say, it will get out of hand like this. Because if they own themselves, say, not police for the general. So it was so hard for you to get closer. to them. I mean, to the building. But when the minister said, "No, when say a bebasa," and maybe they call them for reinforcement, and then when they arrive, now they have to also step in. I mean, there's so many questions. And then I think that
so do you think the government should investigate into this? Because I think there is a need. During that video, I heard a part that saying, not in a contest here will winning, so they don't want to give. So in that sense, that there's like a tribalism going on right there. When would this end in Ghana? They should understand we are all the same people, no matter your background, what language you speak, or where you're coming from. At the end of the day, the same people. We are one people, one nation under God, one individuals from wherever you're coming from. Human beings. So I was say a matter when new leader say tribe ban, when would this end?
Let me come first with the, do you think the government has to investigate? And yes, because there should be an investigation. Why? And then they say abandons as they are seeking for justice. Justice means why, justice just say but justice, they have to come up with the reason why
that happened.
What I said. But let's go with this, tribal politics in Ghana. The tribal politics in Ghana is not about who is standing, it's about the political party. Let me repeat it again. It's not about who is standing, it's about the political party. Why? Because kind of say NDC is for the voters and the Northerners. And I kind of say the NPP is for the Ashanti region, the Eastern region, and some part of other regions. But that is totally wrong. Well, I don't know where the guy is coming from, but my point is say, my chairman said, NDC standing with the Chima South. Is it all the Northerners a vote man? Inti voter region Libya vote chairman. Inti Ashanti Libya Tuamano, Buru Libya Tuamano, Fantilibia Tuamano. What is wrong? I believe, sir, that thing, as I said, we need more education. Other time, I said it, sir, Ghana Batu na yetuno busia, na yetuno, semi papa MPP, MPP, mami NDC. Oh, which is very wrong. So let me tell you something. Me for instance, Babusia Funyina, Babusia Funyina was on one party, me na more other party. Tio, me 92 me to Obama NDC. Me 96 me to NDC. What I say? Me a swing party member. 2000 me got 2 mark 4. 2004 me 2 mark 4. Let me tell you, 2008 I was in Asante region. By then me 2 NDC. I believe in somebody who me look at when I go, because anytime it's surprising, anytime I'm not talking about Ghana. Then I'm there, let me look around, I change it. As I said, we have to understand. Inti party me MPP me NDC and then in your money you 90% you mind. Inti me free say we need more education. And yes sir, me say me am running to Chinchina me could now was Santa Regional, me am running to be at the and I said, me am running a meeting NDC and you can so be at maybe. That's what you have to look at. It's not where I'm coming from. It's not my tribe. It's not about my party. It's about my words. I dare me free send me there. And then I just say a TSC. But those diehard kind of politics, I mean, party members, I say, say, I mean, I don't fancy I am my mind. Oh, indeed, be free, sir. That kind of thing, let's say, more education. We need more education. And then I free say, yes, son woman. Now you must have I belong to me, dear saying now, me free no saying no matter on, say me free say in pay.
That is why we are here.
I mean, what are you going to tell? What are you going to say there? How many seats do NDC have in the Central region? What I say? Mutaka, how long Mutaka have been NDC parliament? What we need parliamentary system in Aswasi for how long? One never tell. Wapa Mutaka. I feel say. I mean, some of these, you know, we got 92. We are all part of Amukom. We got Mamukom Traba. It will be a boy. 92. I want them to come to Mama. To NDC, 96. The same will be a boy. All them 20. Yeah, we should educate ourselves. Now, and Ghana member, your politics. And then be a bit comfortable because say equity and you feel say enjoy engineer the Tokwa and the FM. But you who say Adiano and that's a judgment never and the person.
Yeah. All right. So that's why we're here to help our people understand what democracy is and how to vote. You don't vote based on baby and panifi in a tribe and I say, but you based on their policy and knowing say most man say on konkoye and mamon peswa. So somebody commented Kofi Donkor say why are we speaking Chui or English, we should speak one language. Mr. Donko, the reason why we mix it up is because of other people on this platform who don't understand Chui. We wish we can do everything in Chui that everybody in Ghana understand, but for the benefit of Omomonte Chikasano to be able to stay with us, and we mix it up. And I don't know, it's a Ghana English speaking country, so we have the chance to mix it up. I wish we can even speak other language. Na yakwe ose ani ana odi biafem na yedini na afrafra na ma jumedie no edimu. Please bear with us. That is why we're doing what we're doing. The lines are open to viewers and listeners. If you're on the radio or you're on YouTube or Facebook, the lines are open. If you would like to call with your comment, with your contribution, with questions, you're more than welcome to do so. Outside you were submit me free +1 720 238 1489 +1 720 238 1489. There's another comment here for Jargon Bubs. We can only have peace when the peace council is doing their work. Others are telling NDC to maintain peace. How can peace become alive while others want to investigate or human right? So there are GMO peace who wants to protect. Let me see that democracy. We're in Ghana. Okay. I think I see another comment here that I want to read before I did. If I see that again, I will read it to you. From Osei, cousin, no attachment. They really like this is nothing and this is that too much. So it means like the folks in Churchman or mom, we are divided already. But with division, we won't arrive at anywhere. But with unity, we can build this nation together. So why don't we all in Ghana unite? You put your mind hairs together to build this nation. Well, also. But before then, Islam per se discussed this about inauguration. I remember so on the 7th. But way forward with this administration, we're hoping say. Nanado Dankwa Besan a cabinet or very shuffling in the ministers or the ministerial posts or bet me a cut back some of the post no critically, if or looking back in the 4 years did it help the administration and I said not and because there was a lot of corruption issues. To me from back. We are here to check. We'll do all the checks for you out here, checks and balances. I will say, this next 4 years shouldn't be friends and family, because friends and family edin sempi nenam favoritism and war my and war chrono. Because so more be poster, you have to give the person a post if they qualify for the post, not because so you are down for and I say or donate during a campaign and I saw you take this position or this part and I saw you me bushing intina me de this position and man I don't know I did one way before I'm a momo ache. Those things will change. We need a new outcome, a new face, people who are willing to do the work wholeheartedly without any strings attached to it. What will be your intake on this and any advice out?
Alasa, you talk about you can say both parties then 37. So okay, make I say the part because with this, the government or the president will focus. What do I mean focus? The focus is say, oh yeah, a DBS said the onaka se mean I'm going to the mechanic because so Oko Parliament some of the normal who are here to test. And the out of to test, which means we hear this for now what they I vote to support what you wanted to do. It is a 50-50. I'm gonna push it through. Then also I tell my manager say Akufo-Addo on 4 years most of the MPs were given ministerial position. Which for me it is wrong. Wrong to the stand say fine. We understand you obey the so that to be a budget a whole different minister na but where this is an MP no one make a little adjustment now the amount so that's kind of better. But even said when they come to their contribution in the parliament and yet sometimes parliament sittings cry may be on the 20 I did you as some voting in 2 days now take it 2 months because someone you want to move for the column and then always the minority is over there and then when the minority is over there for you don't want the minority to vote against in 2% minority near them I support to into here majority in the parliament. But here's the case: one will be
I think we have our first call. I mean, Chawano, but let me take this in. You more call about fire one.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, you more Shapa. You, Mr. Odin, baby, Afrifi.
May they here, me free Denver.
Okay.
Mr. Mayfred, now my na fisha Panama bomber bus word you media moody so.
You, Joso, yet I was say.
A slice or so of shapa.
I think about you,
yeah, your Michelle said, bring it doing now, tuning now, whom you media, ye dear, or Hanum, your Michelle.
Yeah, on Shamos.
All right, bye. All right, which me to also.
It ska akoba say obe here obi as an MP no one for the minister for trade and industry also me kusia foreigners one for be for minister for tourism also be free China but to be the more call a Kapun forest one for be for instance central region and also western region minister also be about to be don't call him mining sector you unya MPs no ho adwuma di assessment committee in parliament no Emma no mako wano no na enko nsa iti nyame no kuna emide na kama futu kakra no makufa on check outside parliament. I know some of the positions you can't take it from parliament like minister for parliamentary affairs you need a parliamentary I would be said but maybe just energy education that on the MP you need free one one year MP need free. In fact, brand new people with brand new ideas. Because this continue does. So, or your MP, what your MP ska, no Sabaji minister or Sabaji is any papa or office or house or office or Kohano, but it's waste of money. It befits a winner, but it's coming here. Many to my catcher number. This parliament now, or my chibu pepe, a beboa and magana acronym. And say because a person you vote to be so I focus a maybe a MPP for the debate to move And a question Kufan and the buy it, whoop, as I said, those parliamentarians are what see us here. You will say, I did Ben, and you'll be interest. And the interest of the nation. And it's a TV the year to one or more. Now you two who sign a mom and that question, and question would also tell you tea, and I'm where I do. Then mom the now question, young and I yet tea. Now young and I call back room tea, and yes, I do.
Lentina, say no, the way CIA to pay, or they will get work done. Because no matter who become them, I understand said the MPP for none will still be the be the speaker, the majority. Osha, the other folks in the NDCs know, would they come alongside to pass legislatures and to get work done? And as on division by 50-50, me pay away this idea, no? How do you think this will be?
Scar, I will believe it's and I say my suggestion is some of their suggestions somewhat updated. They will not almost support to the MPP. But the thing is that when they come to voting on some stuff, they have to be in public. Now, no, your parliament in the secret be Moscow. I said the BNU, I said GTV, said TV3, it's so live. So people will wake and say. The didn't know Okasa, didn't Wakasi. It is a NDC Casa de Via Montiasia. Now at the Crutia Montiasian. What it Obiatin was it? Every because where Yantiasia, near Chichu, Yatia was it. Now come as a Tintina will pay. What I say, let me bring an example of a Japan issue here by year now. And no man degree. What I say? And the until once a 7 whole cool. But say a war naked that TV life. And I won't discuss here. Timamu football who said MPP Nini say no can ain't that was say yen tone and then from a private sector. NDC Nino Kase, a beer saying tea, and I'm free so the mass private sector and Fasuanis. That Timamu found who dear walker. As a pa. Now, scam me a problem back, me problem because me free sir. The Ghana Parliament, they have to address that issue. I believe, sir, it's not a bit but as I say in local language. Scam, as I say in local language, more can
I'm say I come here say akoye twi kasa kan kasa because no nipa dodo na te sa kasa na say
then they have to because if you are some of the law terms are use in the parliament no obukro lawyer kan no ntia say terms bi obu use on tia say what I say bro fibu ho obi or parliamentarian what ho na obi kasa the person will use the law terms.
Well, this is quite interesting because I think Sintina was here education. So thank you for this free SHS going on to educate most of the people to be able to understand the English language too. Now, men so I hand in hand with the tree. What do you think?
Scott, Mammy Catcher, Uko Ethiopia, Omu Yusubra from beyond. You go to Ethiopia, Uko school Ethiopia, Omokasanana Usia. Uko Parliament, Kasanana, Uko China, Omo Kasanana the school, and one year kind of Parliament, Uko Korea, and one Omoka.
But also, all I Ghana know when one language, you know. So, do you think we should vote on a language too? And whether assembly you?
Scott, not the language, but what I'm saying is that. When Omoka Bibi and Obeka Bibi, there should be somebody to interpret over there. Okay, so they need an interpreter over there. And that's something what kind. Say this in what passion. One can the casa at least Ghana food be batiasi. But Parliament were there for the episode. It's for the people. So my friend say it is if you vote na ya unania do suna kasa was oka unakasa na ya pe interpreter na wa. He can speak in our and somebody interpret in English.
Okay.
He can speak in Hausa, somebody interpret in English.
And also bad.
Oscar eti enu de bema hu no hwa wo de ye fa ne se hwa obu ha sabi oti ekrase baby wo ye ne MP ukoyo campaign o kan ne kasa
no tomorrow
and what tomorrow it is a bibi na Japan mentan wo kan aso so kan ne kasa obetiase the newspaper review ni morning show ni ka sister amu de namu wow ye keka headlines na kaka na kofa abaye de na moko but a big crowd nipa na asem na wo kan ye
wantiase
prof wantiase e bia prof na wo kan no where did you want antiase e ba nsia what I say but na nipa na wo be cheche wa fa de ye bad one and they can atom it be free say the kind of parliament they see you coming out was I just say you what man for no
all right
what man for because
so
they use their language to communicate to their people
okay
and they know what they are saying and they understand and that for no be better to
I think so. We need to have a whole show on this and ask the viewers and the listeners their view on this. What language I was say account of parliament and especially on my because when you say there are a lot of different media sources of Ghana, but most of them na ekachi I can kasano and most of them the omojuma. But meanwhile there are other languages too in Ghana. Yabehe na yakan wasem near the people's view on this. But me see a sign back to Masama Meka on His Excellency Nana Akufo-Addo new next 4 years no year after inauguration on the cabinet the ministers all those appointees no the way also put two new faces. Omom 4 years in the head. He has to let them go. Minim said the first 4 years now acquire friends and family. But we don't want this next 4 years to be the same. I don't think God gave him the next 4 years chance for it to be the same way. Yepe new faces who are learned, who have the knowledge of a Juma be assigned it to Omo, and they have to be accountable for a Juma cry de shawon sano. Because and you say the man near 4 years and say you the way ma you win went to me and we shall see now within the next 3 months we have to review. See the man the man what to me I Memu say no why we are the same because I know and I can want corruption is kedi na adoso e Ghana we need a change. Say dependent to about for a change, not only a change of the governance or but the faces to Diomu Eye Juman, and that is where I really want us to stress on.
Meko to Professor Atamios, may he so rest in peace. I'm so about no be a president or by na minim some to be established. He says anybody who wanted to be a minister, to be part of his cabinet, and so we declare was it. Asset declaration. Professor Thomas, on the side neighbor, it is a maybe a year minister for 1 year, me die back, me car back, me fee back, me year back.
And me did that hold?
No.
Oh.
But that was the good thing. Because why I didn't look at let's not forget that Professor Thomas, he was a vice president. Right? He was a vice president from 96 to 2000. From 2000, Orani for president Wenya. 2004, Orani Wenya. 2008, Obarani Wenya. It didn't work. While witnessing both in his party and both in opposition party, how people just get into power in 2 days? Or be a multi-millionaires. How people get into power in 2 days? They have so many businesses. They have so many contracts. What I said, what Ataman says all this time about, even people in his own party, NDC members, a big cassette here. And I'm confused, like I need a good thing, not a bit a bank, check and balances, and commit my ear to my power. Commit my checking for how they spending the government money, how they, always sound money. But I will do. Coming back to Akufo-Addo cabinet, Mifri said the major keyword that NDC used against him are your friends and families. The major, anytime bia we be some can feel all those people. This is the thing that we have a dear normal boss no. Yes, what for all boss on board the whole year.
Yeah.
I hear you so I had you were members for fast for Nanano, Kruma for, and now for when you know what to do. Fear night your mouth for you could do. Yes, sir, or Yako for almost I skin in Ibra. No, some may to be. I believe, sir, for what we are saying, and yes, so be a Jumano, yet Jumano right here. There and the teacher and so you feel. But to the point, sir, could Jim send me bra. And people perform a cassette here.
Yeah.
What I say, could dinner from the bra, perform a cassette here. And then you can see from all the press conferences, from the press conference to press conference for individual. I'll be assembly of a beer. I am sure. Mr. Ghana, it's belong to everybody. The Mr. and Yenny Papa for Atlantic say, Yenny Papa for the Yansa Woods. It's a young pair of beer, Sabbath or Musu Pitch maybe. Not like I said, no. Before said now, it's the time, said, with my reshuffle now, well, you know, when this uncle phoning in every people. And yes, be a way, Juma, Juma, answer here as a so because I remember about Boon in Fear 9, a free net up in 2024, no. And when the batch they say now buying ever be and then maybe.
Yep.
Because whatever the opposition are saying against you, against your government, no one fix it, no one change it. Next time you keep it and even to the point to increase it, they're still going to hit on it. And then let's not forget, the more you hit on it, it will get into Ghanaian's brain. Like I told you, maybe take a hand, let me talk about this America about 8 years before.
That's what I always say, sir. You have to be really careful of the swingers, the who changes the yeah.
Maybe Casemia, watch a cry to Mako. We got me there, we vote to there. But who buy it to be too bad, we know.
Obako.
Now, oh, the 80 years so maybe.
That's a new man, so yes, way.
A new man, say a Nipano, new man, to cabinet, whatever. I don't look at the president, I look at the cabinet.
So, okay, let's see it this way. In the past 4 years, no appointee and NDC, Martin Amidu as a special prosecutor. Do you think, say, and a lot, you know what the outcome, everything went down on that. Do you think so? It would be a good idea for him to go across the aisle to bring more opposition into the cabinet? No.
Yes. Why am I saying yes? Because to be an opposition, you know, obey me upon no maybe your heart. Me free say, I need to go no. A kind of fast squad there, me the nominating. You know, there should be, you know, proper way. But who knows? Only Danny Jamu and who's But the thing is, for him be there, no, that's or who know maybe them quiet. That was catch the fast. I told you. Some of the people for one fast or the Ninia and answer what in a bush and be or the Nadafu be echo that comes with the Casas to be a baby. Officer on my chest. No, but that was the right thing. Or no being opposition, or not the committee. What I say, obey me, Sano money in from back. Maybe dear, not coming free, sir. Not a new person can free NDC. Why? Maybe suggest why? Because here NPP power. Now what will be a quarter, will be in the NDC for one. NDC for by in the NPP for one. It will mean for me the next compare will be like a neutral person from even different party. What I say, unbelonging to all these big parties.
So like an independent.
Independent, why Jenna Juma? A promo saying now, who found so your Republican or
okay, so my question now is because unlike here in the US, no, the president-elect Joe Biden, the cabinet tower for me with Omonium Bay Jumano, he has gone across the aisle to pick some of the people who he believed would get the work done from the GOP party, you know, to head in some of the department. So do you think Nana Akufo-Addo should do the same thing? That is my main point right now. Unlike special prosecutor or appointee, and this time if you really want to appoint and get get that office running now, give it to an independent person. On any political party be I think so. No mum no bit to me. I cannot correct in that because say be ako fe NDC ni MPP ni a Eden to kwane asem ba ka say adan na adem microphone ni kogina ha and I say because me na adwuma te se ne this past 4 years but na me do dey no ko end up you know. But I mean in ministerial posts like appointing for maybe ambassadors or this head of ministry of that, no, should he go across the aisle and bring some of the NDCs alongside him to govern?
Yes. If Nipano deserve and he believe in that person, the person can do it. Yes. President Kofo Ayedi. What I say? Offer PNC as to be a sports minister. Kofo invited people from different parties to work in his cabinet. What I say? Minimum there, to me, no, that will show people say, and yes, sir, your party members in one. Let me tell you, there could be somebody in the NDC party, position be or her, or you're far better than people. Or go or her, we say when young people in NDC, but or different party, the position, no, position now, person or the man, or better my year. What I say, hearing this way. So Kofo will be from different parties. Two things. One, obetima ye jumana ye said one man will be costed. Two things. Obetima ye son one man will be baffled. But Nina say would be checking.
Yeah, because now I can say as soon as our appointee or Mushe Jumana, we didn't necessarily have to start checking them. Why? Because Jumanu any praise when you Becca and we will stress for you to be let go. No, before I take you over to work because you enjoy 2 years. I can see a very shuffling. No, I say me human be a catcher and I'm a gonna any saying there is no development going on, nothing because you money pana and check no and any or you say Jumano or any and I say on ye and I say na echo to send our kind obi or how or the opposition man or bet me I am an akoso and I say enkoso but I was all her say be any panel or qualify for sa position or the manono now away ni panel akuma say can I trust this person and give a money to the person now kuma to saying ewo on mine who do one thing that you did say Atamels a year any time so before about appointing if I was at Brano, I think he has to reintroduce this and this will really help.
Yeah. I think that it was a good idea. Some of us in there because I've met a whole lot of MPs. MPs from 92 who MPs are. I mean I will buy out within couple times, years. What I say? Now it is a cast if you when you are to say what you say, who are crowding the banner bobo. When you be man and never bar feels over whom to say, who will be when you be banner post school, who will be over to us a land and be say. I believe, sir, you have set your picking profile or man who are Juma and Domamas.
O mine who do her woman,
Mano, development of the nation. So I was in the news. I said the debate, person, you know, Parasiesa. Said you had to China to send me master yes, people who are there where Germany. Are you a key and a hank a bit? This is the people we need. I know be on the about to be in the bank account to be put that Skapumta, Bokwana Cass, no, not a fee. A whole minister, now about social media, now brokers, Yaban, one, car we meet on 2012. Oh, if you be TC and I with me, we need. That didn't make sense.
So okay, so then before cry about position and come and show your asset before the position about I shall say you no and you've been a community. All right, to our listeners and viewers, please do well to visit our YouTube channel, to subscribe to our YouTube channel, help us grow our YouTube as well, and please do share our videos. Our lines are still open. If you want to call, please do so. Before I wrap up a free Mariamo the comment here, wonderful show. Thank you. And from Fred says sure. I'm not what he's sure about, but maybe what we're talking about. from now. But we'll be wrapping up soon. But before then, on 31st, NDC4 celebrity 31st revolution. This is the 39th year of that revolution. With you all know what happened then. Bad. Was it good? Some might say it's not bad. This is how far we've come with that. If it wasn't with that revolution, we wouldn't have had democracy in 1992. Anti Yankotie in Zambia, ex-president His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Ekanye in the address during that time.
Continue our remembrance of the event of 31st December 1981, but also to pay our respects to our late founder, Excellency Flight Lieutenant Jerry John Rawlings, and to say that the flame that he lit in 1981 and has continued to burn for 39 years will continue to burn forever. We've had a simple and solemn occasion this morning, and that is how he would have wanted it. But let me commend the smart outturn of the young people who conducted the parade, because that gives me the assurance that the younger generation that will carry on this revolutionary legacy is already in place. As our national chairman said, 1 year ago we gathered together in Winnipeg to commemorate the 38th anniversary of the 31st December revolution. And the founder of our party, chairman of the PNDC, leader of the revolution, former president Jerry Rawlings, was with us. That morning, he was in very high spirits. And little did we know that we will spend this 39th anniversary just a year after without him, and that death will snatch him in a surprising manner, just as the same way he burst onto the political scene of this country. On that day, I remember he was honored as a warrior chief by the people of Efutu in recognition of his role in the founding of the Fourth Republic. He was giving a traditional smoke, and he was giving a traditional whip that the chiefs carry. And he was giving the name Okuji Amman, a kind of recognition for the work he did in the founding of the Fourth Republic. It was a fitting honor to a man who is uncontestably the founder of our Fourth Republic and responsible for the rights and freedoms that we enjoy in Ghana today. As I sat next to him, I commented on his outfit because the smoke he was giving had some calabashes and talismans on it. And he was holding the whip and he kept brandishing it. And I asked him, I said, "You seem to have some evil intention with this whip." And he said, "Oh, I'm thinking of the people that I should whip with this whip that I've been given." He never told me who he wanted to whip, but I'm sure there are many people that he would have wanted to use that whip on. My comrades and friends, the revolution was not perfect. As we know, every human event is never perfect. And like any human being, our founder, leader of the revolution, Chairman Rawlings, was not perfect. But the sum of what he did on earth, especially from the age of 33 when he burst onto the political scene of Ghana, and the sum events of the 31st December revolution represent a kind of atonement for the ills of the past. The revolution therefore bequeathed to us the principle of holding to account persons entrusted with public responsibility, since, as we know, sovereignty resides with the people. The revolution also bequeathed to us a growing economy that ensured stability for our country's progress over the years. It also, more importantly, bequeathed to us a constitution that was drafted by the ordinary people of this country. And it is because of the drafting of that constitution by the butchers, the dressmakers, the hairdressers, the mechanics, and other ordinary people of this country, teachers, farmers, fishermen, that has made this constitution the most enduring constitution in the history of Ghana. The constitution of the Fourth Republic has outlasted any other constitution. And as we know, several of those constitutions that did not see an enduring legacy were drafted by small groups of learned people who professed to have the repository of what was good for this country. But when the PNDC gave the opportunity to the ordinary people to come and draft the constitution that they wanted, they drafted the Fourth Republican Constitution, which has proved to be the best constitution and the most lasting constitution we've ever had in the history of Ghana. As a party born out of the events of 31st December, it is our duty to uphold the principles of probity and accountability as a part of our national life and daily practice. Our party has chalked many successes and has also faced many challenges. My brothers and sisters, we went into the last election barely 2 weeks following the death of the founder of our party. Despite the shock of this incident, our party, the NDC, performed creditably in the face of the many challenges that faced us, such as lack of resources and going up against an opponent who had no qualms in using money and inducements, and also even use of brute military force to influence the outcome of the election.
All right, so that was John Dramani Mahama, His Excellency, speaking at the commemoration of the 31st December 1981 revolution led by His Excellency Flight Lieutenant George John Rawlins. In this speech, I just took two things that I really wanted to talk about: the drafting of the Constitution and the use of military during 2020 elections. But in terms of that, I think when Nyamifa and Crying George John Rawlins was alive, Okole on one of the June 4th celebration for members of Parliament to amend Ghana Constitution. In my understanding, what Mahama is saying is the Constitution was drafted by the people, farmers, butchers, market people, whoever you can name it. And if that is so, I didn't know to me I amended that Constitution. Now, so I'm also drafted that Constitution now. I don't know what drafting in such a way say politician be a disca and as I say imra any politician into me in this, so that means it needs to be amended. That is my question right now. I want to talk about this before I go on the next one.
Scameda say President Kufoba or started a new term in his okaya. Na yede mpenifo kwa be no kase term and that's a fast track court.
Yeah.
It was a causal financial loss to the
state.
To be a discard adia near Kodua near the bomb. Say o minor wabo o minor ka. In the sense of bomb minor can't as I said you could jina as in the di wasam. Now cut by DNT away starting. But you say, don't want to have your coin, don't send a idiom too. Because a Victor Salome, a lot of people want to prison. You know, may so rest in peace. But Nabemuno in the NPP, no, a Musa na Sam Maradi Diwo, and which we can count about. A lot of people are almost so. There was some normal people who are a CR, necessary. Kedom court, you could do myself. But I'm answer. And this is by the same thing. And Wyoming, those people left and right, MPP can want some. You tell me this uncle for the court, but you must say, a year or minusika. And your party is or minusika, but you need uncle for the ransom. Indeed, send our case a constitutional, a good and perfect constitutional. Me feel, sir. Yeah, it makes sense. Why? Because if you are the party members, none MPs, no be on walk jail. It is good for them. You can eat the government money, the state money, without anybody saying to court or turning to jail. Until sad person or Obaka say, the Casa say you can now for feature. What's a quantity? What I say, what about the ordinary Ghanaian? I want to pay to a taxa. What wasting money? No.
Yeah, so right now in Nasam, no, I just said Ghana for none a draft year. So Ghana for one draft year. You guys have to come up and re-amend this.
No. 92, we are all in Ghana. Scott, 92, we are all in Ghana. Those CDR members, we belong to the NDC. We are part of it. Scott, we were part of it. We are part of the CDR people who were going around with the Toyota Heroes sitting at the bar going around, and we are part of it. What I say, and we all know 92. No, I did see a 12 and a year. MPP boycott to go to Parliament. What I say, those who friend on near here, they drafted the whole constitution. It is a whole castle.
So like I need all of those 24 farmers butchers where me here more hane ebisomo drafted that constitution seriously okay, so with this 31st revolution, it was led by the military in Ghana. His ex-president, His Excellency George Rawlings, military leader, and in December 7th, Abatuono, Nana Akufo-Addo, the military and police four come together for Bimbo. During that time, up till and there, he's still hurting with that decision that he took during the election, and talking about it now. So, some military, it really did for this to happen. 1981. Now in 2020 election, the military say make sure say things will be in place. Now to me to abana sumbiema. What is wrong with that?
This is what I would say. The only time I meant to about our Ghana, 2012, 2016, and 2020. Other than that, my two about both Lawrence time, no for time, to a benina. Many who be 92 me who be. I saw a lot of police and military sitting in the pickups, running rounds. What I said, 96 me who be. Soldiers. Any police are go car to don't just they were armed. What to abano? Now, 2 some who know which no more petrol.
So, meaning said this 2020 is not the first time I deploy soldiers to be on the ground whilst there is election going on.
No, this is the 2020. Yama soldiers, Yama police officer to be in the polling ground with that arm. So who videos can on YouTube? Now 2016, 2012 year. Now abattoir year 2 year. And 40 and everything. Police for soldiers for being no Udopa go YouTube and they say you go baby. Kono Korean no more people ya to abana and they get the This is the time they said they will let a police officer to be in the polling area without a gun, but they will have a mobile patrol around. So if there's an emergency going on, then you're from they will respond very fast. This is what they say. And then when you go over there to all the polling rounds, there was not a police officer over there with gun. Even in the western, was it western or east, western region or central region? Oh baby, obi come about bosses. So there is police officer. What is she? What did you choose? Or to bike so motor or cosa a civilian in Sutu. It is so kind of sad. I know. I mean, let's see how it is. But a simple how can some of us and yes, over kind of sad. Maybe a sir. I mean, some of us in Yahubi. Some people were there. I'm witnessing what went on. Like I said, if you say 2012, 2016, and 2012, I make a brand new until my witness what is on the ground. If you come and never capture police officer without a gun, now aside, they are fine. I will give him that credit. But so, Casa from 92 up to this time, no, you will be apart from 2020. I need them.
So the need of the military on grounds during election, it's needed in Ghana, right?
Ska even 92 when they come to a crime. Say the skajai. But unu koboko. 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 So unu koboko a 77777. Ponko. Eka padia ya sense. Ade aso o ma yen bebre bia na saso 10. Ya so dua so sei. Na do ebe ma ko ho.
I even know see Edmar Rollins last year, no. I like what he said that or if you plan and he said he obey you should a discipline crowphobia and I mean find the currency but on open only more man now called the discipline on pa.
No sense can say obi to no boss pa the bow cheap na paya and then I'm yet do for fear bob akopet. The bob akon so These are the things that I need the book for 92. Then to say this is Onya Saka.
All right.
When you say something like that, some of us know the law we have for you. I said we can't trash it, but we know the truth. What but
the reason why I was bringing it because it's like maybe or Kasa will be or they are no extra the use of the military during the election, the use of them, and they've never been. But I do know, sir, we are the president, you are the commander in chief of all those security agencies, the military, the police, the everything. Needs to say, during election, who deploy almost to work during that time now is it wrong? And I say no, I kind of say it's wrong during election time, and it was so usually police, not the military.
All right. America, even those days in the Quran, they mix them together. You have the police, you have the military mixed together. What I say? They're sitting in the almost track in the two, pickups in the two. That was the reason why this, IGP Nibano says this time, the police will be on the polling ground. Money to. What about IGP? Go to IGP speech. Now, waiting in order for if we can come up with some then we know say is it telling the truth and that's it.
Wow.
It was our videos and I know all the videos on YouTube. People can just go watch it out and look at Upa Boko was Ghana election 2012, Ghana election 26, Ghana election 2000. But next how police for general with you. And if you so just for general with you. And like I said, from if he did mention about 2012, 16, and 20, yeah. And then I can't say.
Okay, so I know so we should disregard that. All right, Mami, ready if you comment now. Yeah, sorry so for the day. Miss Margaret say, peace is all we need in our country. Yes, we do need peace and. From Zikari, also good evening, watching you live from Italy, Rome. Good work. Thank you for noticing this. We really appreciate you for tuning in. And from Sam, he said, that's what I said, very professional. Thank you, Sam. Thank you all for joining us today and really making this a great show. I really appreciate you. Slide, may I take your last comment for today? Na wrap up for the day.
Sky then you see afufu from. Na you best protest no. Oh yeah, oh why? So we name one yashim. So the bus said, Uboko ubi. You just invading somebody's space here. Said they make round no so. I just say kind of ya mean you know why you be so I said Obehani. Best you protester, baby our castle fine. Just follow the route, Now any peaceful. Now yes, like I said, the party leaders, they have to out and talk to their supporters with this protest, so that things will be peace. And yes, sir, said the normal started or I had not uncle really. And I said, Mammy said that be I come. Protest no bet my yo, who some said they would to me a man. I'm gonna be deal man so. No why ye no. I can tell you between no mammy. Who some said on Nankasa or Kahubi. Neire and Nanebaka and the Makahubi. The bush any better Kahubi. Part and Penifona said the Onobe Jinas Pikachi. No, I can say you guys go be in the street and protest for your right. Who some said, oh baby. Oh maybe because when you said a brand chenwa. Obeko fiasi. Ya man Ghana enya sumdina Ghana enya kona. Mi se 2021. Send ye se kono nyame adenipa abedun Ghana. Na mi shiro bibia, mo bibia official.
Yo, Sly, that was official part, and so I think that this is the last comment that I read from Samuel Simpson, watching live from South Australia. Thank you for tuning in. So if you're now joining in, you haven't been with us, you started. Yeah, we've been here for a couple hours now. Yeah, in this stream now you can go back and rewatch what we talked about today. Really interesting things that went on in Ghana the past week. Near the Abramo by Minim say now there'll be integration going on in Ghana, and this time it's not gonna be the same way as it's done in the past. It's gonna be in Parliament. So your prayer and say Bibiabe Koso Asumdremu and Nema Obonifona Shibiano won't be successful. Things will be peaceful in Ghana. Mama, your protest, we ask that you let it be peaceful. Say one side say, oh yeah, no other side so say me ba please. Muncha muhumu naba kunwie ne de ansa na ofoforo enso akọ na tumi de asumdwei aba omanim afia yesimu yesra asumdwei enkwa tenten yedie ene fa hodie ema nkwankwan bibiara enyomomo man Ghana mpe na wiase babia na nyarwa hodo a ene na mframem no yesra mu nkoso abom ho ban isanse enya free system nim even though ayura afifoforo no kosrabo ho ban show love to someone out today yedomo yewoda sende yedinyame jawo.
For me and you, baby, I day and night. If I never tell you, no be my might. I don't say one day we go die, but no be today. Oh, why? It's all my die. We are no I'm in kwa. I know I'm a show. We don't have. Hi, TJ, I'm a man tente. Pape, I'm a man tente. But I'm a sit down, I'm a man. You want to shock me, boy? And TJ. First thing first, do one for me. Ediane nanya mami kodi, tutu manemu mami uname kodi. I know talks I know money, but first thing first, do one for me. Ediane nanya mami kodi, tutu manemu mami uname kodi. Cause nobody knows tomorrow. No any neja edoso, but you only live once, so your love, mami can't show if you don't know. Nobody knows tomorrow. No any neja edoso, but you only live once, so your love, mami can't show. Hey, TJ, yeah, Babe, I never give you love. one day we go die. But no be today, oh.